My name is Joseph Hilly, and this is what my society needs speech. And what I believe that we need is career technical education in public schools. How many of us felt prepared to enter the workforce when we graduated high school? I remember that it was an intimidating experience, applying for my first job and trying to describe to a manager what my qualifications were, knowing that I didn't have any. I realize now that our country's economy is changing, and we need to adjust what we're teaching our kids to better prepare them for the workforce. I would propose to start offering a career and technical training as early as middle school through the high school years. Now, the benefit of this would be a workforce that is ready to accept the challenges of the future. Now, the statistics that we currently have is that in 2017, the average high school status of dropouts was 5.4%, and in 2019, that has increased nationally to 13.6. This rate includes students between the age of 16 and 24 that are not enrolled in school. And they don't have a diploma, and they don't have an alternative credential. 5.1% of that is non-institutionalized population. Also, 34.2% of institutionalized population, that is individuals that are living either in a correctional facility, nursing, or in healthcare facilities. Now, 5% of this group was born in the United States, and then 8.9% of that group was not. Now, the one statistic that I found disheartening was that 36% of the students who have a disability, meaning either physical or learning, drop out of high school. Now, 54% of the students who drop out of high school left in either the 10th or 11th grade. Now, according to the adjusted cohort graduation rate for students with limited English proficiency, the dropout rate was staggering. It was up and around the 66th percentile. Now, 73% of high school dropouts indicated to the parents that they tried to talk to them into staying. Now, they were compared to the 37% indicating that their school tried to talk to them into staying into school. But also of those kids, 53% of dropouts said that their parents offered to help them with whatever their personal problems were, versus the 24% that sought help through their school. Also, 75% of high school dropouts never participated in alternative programs or in their school. Now, the benefits of our program is that we're going to have higher attendance rates because the kids are going to be selecting their own field of study. Now, since they're going to be carrying that through middle school into the high school years, the graduation percentage rate is really going to go up. Now, of those graduates now that are running through this program, now we're going to have college or high school graduates that are ready to enter the workforce. But also those who are really not ready to go into the workforce, that they want to get into college, we're going to make that transition a lot easier for them. But also, since this program is not just about education or technical education within the schools, we're also going to be reaching out to the local businesses and promoting their business, but also promoting the relationship between the business and the school. Now, our curriculum, starting in the middle school years, we're really going to focus on self-improvement. We're also going to reach out and to them and to say, what is interpersonal skills all about? What are social skills? What's acceptable communication? And also prepare them for a career and introduce them to on-the-job training. We're going to talk about the basic tools, how to use those tools, how to work in plumbing, woodworking, metalworking, how to do fabrication, and also introduce them to electricity. Now, most of our young kids probably know how to use computers better than we do, but we're also going to introduce them to computer technology, both like how to build a computer and how to get into more of the advanced programs. Also, introduce them to what healthcare is all about and what some of those career fields are. Introduce them to what first responders do, such as our police department, our fire department, and EMTs. Now, leading in more into the high school years, we're going to start looking at criminal justice fields. What about renewable energies? Also, I found out that the NSA is also offering programs for internships in the intelligence community. For those who are more business-minded, we can also talk about what's necessary to create your own business and also introduce them into business management. Now, as far as a look into the future, to make all this work, we really develop fellowship programs with colleges, corporations, and our local businesses to make it all work. And one of those programs is that we can start up as an internship program with those businesses. Now I'm looking at 6 hours a day, 4 days a week. And yes, that means that our school students are going to be paid for their time. Now to make all this work is that we're going to need a mentorship program as well. Because it's a lot of responsibility to take these students and hold them accountable for one, driving themselves from the school to their job. So they're going to make sure that they have a mentor or coach to make sure that one, that they're doing what they're supposed to, but also that the businesses are doing what their end of the bargain, holding them accountable. Now, how do we pay for it? Through our federal program, there is a School to Work Opportunities Act of 1994, which allows pay for startup costs, and both for the school and for the business. There's state funding available also. We could ask for corporate sponsorship, since we're going to be representing their business, okay, and developing kids to enter into that line of work. But also we can look at colleges, begin to fellowship with them, and also see if they offer dual credit courses that are applicable to what they're looking for. We could also really try to benefit our local communities as well by going to the local businesses. Like I said, again, promoting their business and promoting the school and our relationship. We also could look into private funding for those local, like I said, again, the smaller businesses that are all privately owned. Now, one of the proudest moments that I've had as a parent was when my daughter was accepted to university. But there was a little voice in the back of my mind saying, did we do enough to get her ready? Was there anything that I missed? Now, with the world marketplace becoming more competitive every day, we can't relax when it comes to preparing our children to enter it. A general education is no longer enough to be competitive today. So we also have to look forward to new technologies such as renewable energy, finding ways to reduce pollution, and looking toward the stars with space exploration. Now, as a nation, we have always found ways to meet the challenges of tomorrow. And now with the crisis that we're facing, we need to come together more than ever to prepare our children for it. So I would say thank you for your time. And this is Joseph Hilley and what I think our society needs.